welcome to SS Fit Finesse. I'm your host Sean, and I'm here today with Mr. Tom Coleman.
How are we doing?
Himself. If you don't know who he is, for little people who don't know who he is in the fitness industry, just tell them a bit about yourself, Tom. So,
I'm 6'8". I'm Tom Coleman. I'm PCA Pro muscle model. Also pro in a couple of other divisions. Yeah, I've been in the industry now 5 years. Love what I do. Love to network. Sponsored by Bulk Powders and VQ. Yeah, it's pretty much it now.
Pretty much just casual doing all.
You know, it's still like I still get when people go, "Oh, what do you do for a career?" I'm tempted to write down roofer, but I'm a pro athlete, and it just feels like I'm doing something I love doing. So it's difficult when people go, "Tell us what you do and who you are," and it's like I haven't got that ego to turn around and go, "Well, I'm such and such." I just like to go, you know, I train, I enjoy what I do, and I'm a pro. So
go back to what you just said. You said you're a roofer. So when did your fitness journey start in regards to training in the gym and stuff?
Always been into fitness, always from a young age. Played for my local rugby club when I was younger, and then it sort of progressed from rugby into bodybuilding when I was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
But really took it serious when I was 18, 19. As I got older, you know, you're going out, you want to look good and that, and so I really started taking it serious then. And then I was still roofing back then, and then stepped into the career of actual bodybuilding and competing when I was, late 20s, I think.
What was the turning point? Because I remember when I first competed, there was a turning point for me, and I was training, and then I decided to take it that step further.
Mine was the boys put me in for a competition, so I didn't have much of a choice.
Like X Factor.
Yeah, man. But I'm so grateful for it because the guys I trained with were old school bodybuilders, so they used to push me and everything in the gym, and some were like, "Look, you got a good physique and you should compete," and I was like, "Nah, nah. I want to look good and go out on the pub, as you do." But they put me in for a comp. They helped me with it and prepped me and said, "Look, do this, do this."
Yeah.
I did my first comp and I placed second, and I got such a buzz for it.
Yeah.
I was like, I like doing this. And it just sort of had a snowball effect from there because I got noticed at that show by probably one of the best photographers in the industry, Giles Crofter.
Okay.
Got noticed by him. We had a little discussion and everything, and he said, "Look, I'd like to shoot and work with you." And then I think it was my images that started really, especially with social media, because the style of work I was doing was very... I love art. I studied art when I was at college and stuff, so I like the human sculpture. So our pictures represented that, just doing poses, because everyone does dumbbell poses. Yeah. So the poses we were doing and creating, it was new, it was different, and it kind of made a bit of an impact on social media.
Okay, then. So the aim of the show, like I said, we're going to look on the fitness industry now and where it's going. We're going to talk about the guys that compete. And we're also going to talk about the guys that are on within the fitness industry on Instagram and so on, the influencers. There's a lot of people that are on Instagram that don't compete.
Yeah.
They have massive following and they make money out of the fitness industry. And there's guys on the other side that don't really make any money. So
they do all the work on stage, and
they put the blood, sweat, and tears that you're talking about. So you're a guy that's got a bit of a balance. Well, you got a really good balance, big following on social media. You're also got that reputation within the competing industry.
On the actual,
So how did you manage to get that balance?
It's difficult to actually pinpoint how I did it, but if you've got passion to do something, you enjoy doing it. It's not a job no more. So the fact that I love doing what I do, it doesn't become a chore. So I think the balance between competing, like for me competing, it's not about, I've never stepped on stage going, I've got to win this, I've got to do that. For me, I want to beat myself. So if you look at every stage, every time I stepped on stage, I'm bringing a better package from the time before. So my ego is not to get first place and go, well, I'm number one. My ego is to beat who I was. So the fact that I do that within training and competing, and I like to push myself and always better myself in that sense. And as for the social side of it, I just like to give that positive feed to people. Like, I don't like to just put anything out there for the sake of doing it. I like to spread the positivity and.
I follow you on Instagram, and you're very in regards to mindset and saying keeping focus.
Definitely.
How big of a part would you say that plays within fitness?
Massive part, because a lot of guys just for example. So I've got a tattoo on my foot.
Yeah.
It's a guardian angel.
Get the shot.
It's up here. It's a guardian angel, so basically I've got that down there because it's a little bit personal with my nan and everything. But so whenever I look down, because when you're down alone, you look down. So when I look down, I look down the guardian angel, so it brings me back up.
Okay.
So it is all about being positive and just really pushing, because you're going to get a lot of negativity and hate within the industry. Well, in anything, if you're doing well and successful, then someone's always going to be there to nitpick and try and bring you down because they haven't got that passion and drive to do it themselves. Yeah. It's just jealousy. It is what it is. Yeah. But
okay, there's flip side on social media. You put yourself out there to get judged.
Yes.
Yeah? So you're going to get positive and negative feedback.
Yeah, good,
I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion because you're putting yourself out there. I mean, how do you deal with the negative stuff? Like, if you get any, I don't know. I'm putting it out there.
I don't know if anyone follows me on social media, but I've got this little bit of a rep. Sometimes you get a troll, and depending on the mood I'm in, I'll call them out. Okay, so I tend to.
Give us an example. Go on.
So I don't get a lot of hate, but I do get the odd stupid comment, just typical trolls on social media, like. You don't follow me, so you've actually searched me, or I've come up on your feed, and you've left the stupidest comment, and I just think, you know what, you can have it back. So I end up writing back, and then I put them on my story, so then they get more stick from everyone else, and I'm like,
okay.
There you go, see how you like it. But it's, I never really get a lot of that because I don't put that out there. The trouble is, if you're putting negative thoughts out there, you're going to entice negativity back. So that's why I always put positive stuff out there. Even with like friends and family, the more positive you are, you're going to entice that energy. Yeah. For me, if I'm going 100 miles an hour, why would I let someone come into my circle going 30 miles an hour to bring me down? Exactly. I'm going all the way, so I want to keep my crowd positive and have that drive and passion with me. Yeah, so the negative people, like, I can do one, but I love winding them up because I love giving it back.
Yeah, so sometimes you're going to play the game in it. But
I think people forget, like, obviously with social media, you've got to give the right image, and you can't put too much personal stuff out there, and you can't be too opinionated because you can offend people very easily. But people forget that I am a roofer from Essex, so if you want to give me a bit of banter, I'm going to give it back. Me and my boys, we're always at each other, and the stuff we say, there's a line, and we go past that line. So the guys who try and troll me, I'm not just going to sit there and take it.
I'm going to take the stick. You're going to
I'm going to give it back.
Okay, so how many followers have you got?
940 something on Instagram.
Crazy.
Yeah.
How long did that take to build? I mean, like, was it over a span of time, or was it just
interesting? So I started Instagram back when I was, I was terrible with social media. I hated social media. I was the last one to get Facebook out. All my friends, I was like, sod that crap. I don't need that. That's rubbish. Yeah. Like, my personal life's my personal life. I don't want to plaster it all. Yeah. And everyone's always like, I had a shit day at work. Oh, and you're like, that's great. Why have you written that? What have you? But so I opened up Instagram. Oh God, how many years ago? I must have been like 22. I thought I'll get it when it first started. I thought I'll get Instagram. I used it for like a week, but my very first post. Yeah. Someone sent me my very first post on Instagram, and it was a quote I put out about making your signature your autograph.
Okay, yeah.
So it's weird that all the way back then, that very first post.
That was when you thought. Already,
and into now, it's just. I'm a strong believer that things happen for a reason. You meet people at certain times and stuff, and
I agree too,
so just looking back at that alone, it's like subliminally I put that out there. Yeah. But all along, that's what I wanted.
Okay,
so
you had it in your mind, it happened.
It's always been there.
Yeah. So okay, you've got a large amount of following. I mean, what happens in the marketing side? I mean, I hear about these guys making money on Instagram. I mean, like, what kind of money can you make?
There's money to be made in any industry, if you market yourself properly, and you got to look at it this point of view. So, for fitness, for example, if you're a brand owner, say for example you own a supplement brand, you're going to want the right people representing your brand. So what I can say to people to guys on social media is think about yourself as a brand and what you would want as your brand. So put that out there as yourself. Okay. So if you want to be a model, then why not put out more model images and more lifestyle and stuff? Yeah. If you want to be a shoe model, just put out pictures of shoes. And, do you know what I mean? Things that like
stick to one category.
Know your audience. For me, it was never. I never looked at it as a money-making scheme. I just liked putting it out there because I was still making money because I'm a roofer. Yeah. So that's my actual job. It wasn't until people started coming to me and approaching me saying, look, because even I was naive to it all. They're like, you can make money from this and that and that. Yeah. And so I still learn now. So you still learn as it goes on, but there is money to be made if you market yourself right. with regards to sponsors and promos and.
You making? That's what you making.
I do okay.
That's what you making. I see in your car outside with your neighbour. That's what you making.
Yeah, I do okay. I do better than what I was when I was roofing. So.
Okay, so it's comfortable.
Yeah, it's comfortable, but that doesn't go to say it's without hard work.
Yeah.
I graft, and people, even a lot of my friends go, "Oh, you got it easy. You got a photo shoot." Well, just for example, right?
Yeah.
So, fly to Scotland, do a shoot in a freezing cold, then come all the way back to Essex, and then do another following shoot up in Frome.
Okay.
And then you come down to here to do another shoot. So that's a lot of travelling alone. And then also I do a lot of work online, and I still run the roofing company, and I'm still opening 2 other companies myself. And I compete, and I prep, and I train. So it's not. I'm doing more now than what I was roofing. So it's not easy. But
is it something? It's because it's something you enjoy and you love.
It's not work.
It's not work.
Yeah, and it's hard to put that across to people, because if you love what you do, you're going to do it with passion, and it's not a chore. So I don't mind getting up at 5 in the morning doing cardio, and then doing all that travelling and work and that.
Yeah.
So I love doing that because I'm progressing, and I know that it's going to get me to my final destination.
Okay. So what's your end game? Like, I mean, have you got a plan on what you want to do? Like,
see, I had this same conversation. A good friend of mine, Arif, owns an expo. He's always been like, what is it you want to achieve?
Yeah.
And it's never, money is important. Money makes the world go round. I understand that. But for me, it's the Coleman name. It's building that legacy.
Yeah.
I've got this big thing just to give back to the family, and like in brand Coleman is such a well-known name.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Obviously, the money side of it is important, but it is to build a legacy.
You're not focused on the money. You're not going to chase the money. You're just going to be yourself.
That will come with time. Yeah. The thing is, if you are passionate about it and you put the work in, the money and success will come.
So where do you think the fitness industry is going now, in regards to if somebody wants to be in the fitness industry, if they want to be an influencer or they want to compete? I mean, how do you make a business out of it? What advice would you give?
It's crazy with social media now. You've not even got to step on stage.
Yeah.
So it is marketing yourself in a correct manner. Like I said, with the not stepping on stage, it's interesting. You go to like Body Power and that, and you've got guys who have been competing. They're doing the work. They're placing first. They're looking incredible, and no one really knows who they are because they're not active enough on social media. Unfortunately, everything's to do with social media now.
When you say active, how many posts should you be making a day? If so, I mean, when should you be making the posts?
That's the thing. You've got to.
What advice would you give me? Because like, as you in the fitness, and you like nearly 1 million followers. So
yes,
you're the guy. You know what I'm saying, to give advice. Or
I was having this same conversation with Charlie a moment ago, and it's knowing your audience.
Yeah.
So check out, for example, Instagram.
Yeah.
Look at your insights. Look at when you're most active, your fans are most active, and what country they're from or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you kind of know where to post. But it's what you post as well. Like work out what content people relate to with you.
Yeah.
People who just keep on posting adverts, or I don't want to turn the telly on and look at adverts. I turn the telly on to look at a program.
Yeah,
you're that program. Your audience wants to see you, what you're doing. So whatever it is, what they're interested in about you, you've got to post that. See, me, I try and post at least 3 times a day because my audience is worldwide.
Yeah.
And my stuff is relevant to lifestyle, fashion, and fitness. Okay. So I've got to keep that out there. Yeah.
Make sure it's that material you want.
But on the flip side of that, if you read a lot of my posts, they've always got a positive meaning to them. Yeah. Just to put that out there, because I don't just want to put a picture out and go, buy this.
But,
people are going to be like, no.
So you're careful what you associate yourself with, what you're putting out there, and so on.
Yeah, because you wouldn't get a footballer trying to sell a rugby ball, would you?
True. Yeah.
So you've got to know your market, and
sense. So I guess that's like, what's next for you? What's next?
I've got so much in the pipeline. So we were just talking about this, and I really want to tell you what I'm doing.
Exclusive.
But you've got to stay tuned to this.
What can you tell us a little bit, like something?
So obviously I'm competing again this year. I will be doing PCA.
Okay. What competition? You say?
It'll be in October. October, the Worlds, I believe.
Okay, the Worlds, yeah.
Yeah. So
hopefully I'm in that.
it'll be my best package to date.
Yeah.
So I'm going there. I'm going there to beat myself and to win.
That's it.
It's as simple as that, man. Do you know what I mean?
That's the only way. I agree.
On top of that, this year I've got a lot of travelling to do. Okay. I've just cancelled one to Australia. I know you boys are probably,
Cancelling.
you lot are probably thinking this guy's mad. Free holiday to Australia, you're cancelling it. Only because of what got coming up. So I'm launching my own clothing range. I'm going back to Prestige and relaunching that. I had to step away from that because of everything that was going on with business and other things. But I've got a massive project what I'm doing, and it's I don't want to give too much away, but I'm building my legacy, I'm building my brand, so it's all Coleman, it's all giving back to the family and everything, and yeah, it's just to...
Okay, so anyone who don't know your social media handles, do you want to just tell them what it is?
Tom Coleman. Instagram is Tomo Coleman, because somebody else had Tom, and my nickname's Tomo, so Tomo Coleman. Facebook, Tom Coleman. Fan page, Tom Coleman Fitness. YouTube, Tom Coleman TV.
See, this guy covers everything.
Yeah, and I've just finished launching all my online, because everyone's always on my case about, do you do plans, do you do this, do that? Yeah. And I don't. Only because I want to make my stuff a bit more exclusive and a bit more real. Because a lot of the guys, they just feed stuff out, and I don't like that. I like to actually make my stuff proper to everyone. So I've got ColemanFit.com, what I'll be launching soon. Okay. So that's all personal programs, plans, and everything, and nutrition. But it isn't just to like. I've got this thing about people just selling programs where they go, $9.99, buy this, and that's it. Yeah. I want to educate people, so after
some value in it.
Yeah, after 3 weeks of buying a program, you've not got to buy no more because you're educating yourself. Yes. So why keep on spending that money when it can educate you? Then you go, you know what? I've got this plan from Tom. It shows me how to break stuff down, how to do this, put it into my own words. I've not got to pay him no more. I'm now educated myself. Yeah. So I can do it, and that's the idea of one of my other big things. What I'm doing.
That
is to entice people.
That's a subject that I like to talk about, like with the whole PT thing. Now, this is not nothing against PTs, but you should take the tools and then run with it yourself. PTs for motivation, I think.
And and also have someone there to talk and that. You notice it a bit, and it's frustrating because not a lot of people actually. I don't understand what it is. I don't know whether it's the British mentality, but like. People that go, can I train you? I'm all for that. Like, you want to train me. Here's a tip, here's a trick. I do this, try that. Whereas a lot of the other guys, they want to keep secrets to themselves. No, I'm not telling you how I train. I'm not telling you my nutrition and that. And I'm
There's so many ways you can train anyway.
And everybody's genetics are different, and everybody is different. So if I can have, just for example, if I can have 4 16-year-olds step into my gym and I can educate them, and in 6 weeks they leave with a better physique and a knowing of how to look after their body and how to train properly. You know what I mean? That's the next generation. So,
I agree.
I'm not going to get them stepping on stage next to me and threatening my career, because I know what my career is, and I know I'm going to work twice as hard as anyone else. So if I can educate them, because that's the next generation, to then be where I am today. Because I'll be retired by the time they're my age, you know what I mean?
It's got its
I'm a 60-year-old man, I don't want to be doing this then, so I'll be retired. But if someone can step into my shoes from me educating them...
That's your contribution.
Yeah. I can turn around and go, I did that.
I hear that.
I can only show someone the door. It's their choice if they want to step through it.
Okay, so what's your take, the guys on Instagram, influencers, even people like that, the Only Way is Essex and so on? I see girls that started fitness things and they've got 1 million followers. They're not hardcore gym goers.
It's
really, but they've made a business out of it. And
it's clever. It's clever. If you've got the tools to sell something, I mean, the Towie lot are incredible what they do. They've stepped on a social on.
Is this your area? Is your area?
Yeah. On a reality program, and they're getting paid to sell T-shirts they don't wear, supplements they don't take, and it's like you're killing it because they're known. They're C-list celebrities. They're known on the social. I didn't mean that in a bad way, C-list celebrities, but they're celebrities. It's without being nasty and negative, but you look at Big Brother, can you name half of the guys who step on Big Brother? No, because they're from reality shows, whereas a lot of people see celebrities as Leonardo DiCaprio. Now, it's no disrespect at all, but...
I think the next generation of celebrities, social media celebrities...
is the way forward,
people they don't know.
You go to expos and you see queues for YouTubers, and I don't know who these YouTubers are, but their queues are bigger than people like Phil Heath, and I'm like, well, Phil Heath is 8 times Mr. Olympia, he's killing it, he's smashing it, he's in the gym, the proof is there, but... people can't relate to that, and that's the whole relating thing. You can relate to someone standing there. Well, I can't because I'm not a female. But a bird standing there half naked with a tub of protein showing her glutes, she's going to get a lot more likes. You're going to. I'll tap that. But you're going to get that. But then you've got to look on the flip side. So that's making these guys insta famous, right? Yeah. But then you look at, if you actually track back to how much of that product they're selling, are they really selling anything, or are people just going, she's got her ass out, tap?
Yeah.
Do people really read what people are writing?
That's another question. I guess
thing.
It's all numbers and the likes.
See, I love reading, for example, JP and Phil Learney's stuff. Them guys, their knowledge, I love their knowledge and the fact that they just put it out there for free and people. But then, you know, their following's not as big either, which is a shame because they're the guys who are actually educating people and actually sharing that with them.
So what does that say about the industry? The guys that are coming into the industry, are they serious? They're not. What you think? Are they just thinking doing it for the?
It's difficult. It's a massive trend, mate. The fitness industry is huge at the moment, and you can look at some of these shows, and you've got 20 bodybuilders turning up, and then you've got 200 men's physique boys.
Crazy.
You know, and these guys are fresh out of the gym, stepping on stage. And the trouble is now, it's not a bad thing, and it isn't a good thing, but people don't realise how much hard work we put in, and all they want to do is go, I want to get this many followers, I want to get a sponsor, and that's all I've got to do.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not it at all. Like I said, I've been training since I was 16, and I've been in the fitness industry for 5 years, and I've only just got to where I wanted to be. I have to graft my arse off.
Yeah.
Like, I'm stepping on stage, I'm covering all angles. You know, you don't just get a sponsor. Unfortunately now, it's so saturated.
It's hard. You need to offer something.
Do you know what I mean?
And you need to have this following, but yeah, like you're giving the content, and that's why you've got the value there, and that's why people are following.
It's being able to help people relate to you as well. So I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk as well. I step on stage, I do the prep, I do the full lot, I do the shoots, I do the advertising, everything. You can't just turn around and go, well, I've got this many followers, I want to sponsor. Yeah. It doesn't work like that. And if you're serious and passionate about it, that will come with time. If you're just doing it to step on stage to go, I want to sponsor, don't bother. Just don't do it. Don't let the guys who are passionate about it actually want to do something like as a career and actually personally achieve something for themselves. Let them guys do it. Don't do it because you want to be insta famous. Do you know what I mean?
It's trouble, isn't it? It's in the trouble.
But people
I think people get found out. The guys are going to get found out. The guys that are serious about it will make it, and the guys that are just doing it for the sake of it.
I tell you what I love is like you said about the following thing. So, just for example, if you look at the PCA, if you look at their placing of athletes, a lot of them guys, you know, they're not. There's a large amount of guys, this isn't disrespectful, there's a large amount of guys who aren't well known on social media. Yeah. But these are the guys placing top 5 for what they bring to stage, and that's how it should be.
I've got shit following.
My mum follows me.
I'm getting my
neighbour. My cat's got an Instagram, so he follows me.
I understand.
That's how it should be.
It's a business. If you want to take it seriously, you've got to be regular. What the things you were saying, so if I want to be like popular on there, I've got to do play them a role and do what I've got to do.
It is that, you know, it's helped the industry and it's also burnt the industry a bit, but it's 2018.
Yeah.
Back in the day, all they had was magazines, so they only had magazine shoots. Yeah. Now you've got magazines, social media, you've got a free platform there to put your journey out to people. Yeah. People will be interested. People will be. People are interested in other people's lives. The amount of people, like, I guarantee all of you wake up and the first thing you do is check Facebook or Instagram. That's the first thing you look at on your phone.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is true.
And that is a society we live in. It's madness. But like I said with the PCA, like, I love the fact that they go with criteria and they're not looking at the following and that. Obviously that is a huge part, but then you flick through the magazines of who's first to fifth and you're going, these boys are good, man. Who are these? You know, it's just a shame that these boys aren't pushing it on social media because they'd get a lot more from it. Yeah. But it is knowing your audience and knowing how to work it. There's big businesses out there now who kill it with social media. Yeah. And it's a free market. It is a free market, so why not do it? Because in the long run, you could then benefit and that could be your full-time career.
There you go.
Who wouldn't want their full-time career to be getting paid just to post a picture? Do you know what I mean?
That's cool for the man himself.
I don't just do that. But it's a tough one. It is a shame, but it's also, you've just got to go with the times. Yeah, you know, the first mobile phone come out when I was, God.
Oh, showing his age.
I think when I was like 13, was it a Nokia 5110 or something, wasn't it?
5110? 3210 usual.
3210, that's probably my age, yeah. So yeah, like, and now look at it, that's what? How many years is that? I've got to think about it.
10 years, 10, 12, yeah, I don't know.
And now look, you've got phones that can do everything.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So you've got to go with the times. You've got to, with everything.
Yeah.
It's what it is, isn't it?
I agree.
And I drive a diesel. I refuse to not drive one. I ain't getting no electric car.
So, Tom, thanks for your time today.
No, thank you,
the
man.
knowledge, like I said, valuing what you've offered to us, it's been great. So I hope to see you soon.
Yeah,
I hope
man,
to get a follow, to get my followers up. So this is my first step. Yeah. Thank you for your time. And,
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you at the next episode.